Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm Chuck Rogers, a licensed professional counselor and licensed marriage and family therapist.
And I'm Keith Dunn, and I fix blurry cameras.
And he's a wonderful network engineer. And together we are Tabletop Coffee.
Yeah, where we are bold and never ever bitter.
And tonight we are trying to do part 2 with regard to our salute to minimalism. Stay tuned and we'll talk about it.
Salute. I was thinking about our conversation we had last week and on minimalism. I mean, we all can benefit from that because the fewer things that we have in our life, the fewer things that we have to focus on and take our time away from things that are really good.
It can be really distracting.
Yeah. So I think starting out with that was really good. And I started reading the book that you were showing me.
Yeah, Josh Becker.
Yeah, the Josh Becker book.
The More of Less.
I've just started on that. So I was reading through that and I saw one of the quotes he had from Wil Rogers. Too many people spend money they haven't earned to buy things they don't want to impress people they don't like.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful.
Yeah, it really is powerful. And especially in today's world with credit.
Yeah.
You know,
easily done.
We just put things on credit. I don't, but a lot of people put things on credit and just let it roll.
You continue to have that monthly payment, pay the minimum payment.
Yeah, so I thought that was really striking. And another thing that I read in the book was that we have so much junk in our closets and in different places in our house. We don't even have enough room in our house. So 1 out of 10 families do what?
10. Go rent storage units.
Go rent a storage unit. Oh my goodness. You know, there are times when I can see that might be beneficial if you're running a business and you need some extra space or do something like that. But for a home?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I don't think so either. And you know, people are really getting into this. I've been posting all these memes on Facebook.
I know you have.
Just been, do a share from my Kindle, and it goes right to Facebook. So cool. And people are jumping on board, making comments about it. Most people really do like it. They're tired of being buried under their stuff.
Yeah.
And then my friend Christian comments today. He's kind of like, okay, he's on board. He's sold on the concept. And he said, how about some how to do it's, was the way that he said it.
Yeah. That's what he was meaning to say.
Boom, boom. So how about some how to do it? Let's start with that tonight.
Yeah, I think that's good. Last week we introduced it, and now we're going to go ahead and talk about the first steps to get involved in it.
Yeah, so one of the things you have to do is you have to touch every object. You have to kind of put your hands actually on it.
Right.
And then you have to look at it and ask yourself one of 3 questions.
Okay.
One is, do I really want this? Do I really need it?
Okay.
And if you do, you just hold on to it and keep it, right? Some
Right.
stuff you're going to need.
Sure.
Number 2 is it in the right place? I mean, you don't need a hammer underneath your sink, or you don't need a hammer on your dining room table. So you're going to rehome it. Do I need to keep it? Do I need to rehome it? And the third one is, do I need to get rid of it?
Yeah, just get rid of it altogether.
Yeah. So one thing I could do would be to pitch it. If I don't want it and I don't think somebody else wants it, I'm just going to throw it away.
Sure.
The second thing you're going to do with that piece is, well, maybe I don't want to get rid of it. Maybe I need to recycle it.
Okay.
Or the third part is, do I need to give it away, either to an organization or to another person? Has it been collecting dust in my closet for so long?
Yeah.
And I haven't been using it. I haven't been getting joy from it. But is there somebody else out there that could benefit from it?
Right. And the saying goes, somebody's trash is somebody else's treasure.
Absolutely. It really could be useful to someone else.
That's right. And just because it's something that you have not used for the past 10, 15, 20 years doesn't mean that somebody else can't get good use out of whatever you're getting rid of.
One of the pieces of feedback that I'm getting is that people are really on board with it, but they're also really afraid. Remember, that fear button gets pushed.
Yeah, that's right.
And what do you think they're afraid of?
Yeah, they're afraid they're going to miss whatever they're getting rid of, or possibly need it.
Yeah,
somewhere
possibly
down the
need
road.
it somewhere down the road, so
Yeah.
they hang on to it.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that you can do to safeguard against that is you can complete an
Experiment.
experiment. Yeah, you can take that thing, whatever it is, that widget,
Yeah,
and put it inside
a box.
a
Yeah.
plastic tote, or inside a cardboard box, and label it with what's in there and the date.
Yeah.
And you can leave it for X period of time. You choose what X is. Joshua Becker says that he suggested it be in there for 29 days.
Okay.
It's not,
I wonder where he came up with that.
well, it's kind of like 30 days is too hard. Anything less is not quite enough. So he says he likes 29 days. But you can choose how long you want to do, for the experiment.
Yeah.
And then at the end of that experiment, you pull that thing out and go,
I didn't need that.
yeah, was I okay? Was my life okay with it? Did I really miss it? And then hopefully you can feel better about going ahead and letting it go in one of those 3 ways that we talked about.
Yeah. On the other hand, if you put your spatula in there and you're cooking every night, next night you might go to that box and say, I really needed that.
It might happen. So check it out. Do an experiment. So there you go, Christian. There are some how-to-do-its for you right there. Hey, I hope you liked our content on minimalism. If you did, please subscribe. We would appreciate that.
Yeah, and ding that bell so you're notified of upcoming episodes.
Make sure to like it.
Yeah, share it with your friends.
Thanks, everybody.
Until next time. Okay, I think that's good.
Yeah, I do too.
A spatula.
Yeah.
You know what? I always thought they were called spatulas, but when you go in the store and you look at it, it's called a turner.
I did not know that.
It's either a turner or a slotted turner.
Okay, we're thinking of 2 different things.
No, a spatula. Oh, what you flip a pancake with?
Okay, you're right. That's a good idea, because then a real spatula is the rubber thing with which you clean out pans or you clean out a jar.
Is that what a real spatula is?
I have historically referred to both things as spatulas.
I've always called the thing that you flip pancakes with a spatula. And then I look at, I actually saw it on TikTok. Somebody said, they went in a store and they said, I've always called this a spatula. When did they change the terminology on this?
I called them both spatulas, and I would have to explain. The rubber one that you use to clean out the jar with is a spatula, or the one that you flip pancakes with is a spatula.
So it's a turner or a slotted turner.